Welcome, Apocalypse faithful, to the most earth-shattering revelation this channel has ever brought you. Tonight, we don't just talk about rumors, we dissect the very fabric of WWE's future, and what we've uncovered, well, it's going to send shockwaves from Stamford to Saudi Arabia. Forget everything you thought you knew about the road to WrestleMania 42, because a monumental leak, straight from the inner sanctum of the WWE, has just torn up the script. We're talking about a leak so significant, so utterly game-changing, that it points to one inescapable conclusion. And folks, when you hear this, you're going to need to pick your jaw up off the floor. The 2026 Royal Rumble winner has reportedly been revealed, and the name, it's a name that divides, a name that conquers, a name that always finds a way back to the top. We're talking about none other than the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns. Now, I know what you're thinking. Roman again? After all this time? After everything. And believe me, the initial shock here at Wrestling Apocalypse headquarters was palpable. But as we dug deeper, as we cross-referenced sources, as the pieces started to click into place, the picture became terrifyingly clear. This isn't just a whisper in the locker room, this is a full-blown seismic event. The architect behind this reported plan? None other than the King of Kings himself, Triple H. We've got the intel, we've got the context, and we're about to lay it all out for you, minute by agonizing minute. So, buckle up, hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't already, because you're about to witness the unraveling of WWE's grand design. Let's rewind to the beginning of the year. The wrestling world was abuzz with speculation. Who would finally step up? Who would dethrone the seemingly immortal champion, whoever that champion might be by January 2026? Names like Cody Rhodes, fresh off his incredible redemption arc, were on everyone's lips. Gunther, with his dominant Intercontinental Championship reign potentially translating to main event glory. Even outsiders, dark horses, were being discussed with fervent passion. The air was thick with possibility, the kind of electric anticipation that only the Royal Rumble can generate. Fans were dreaming of fresh faces, of unexpected victors, of moments that would live forever in wrestling lore. The stage was set for a new era, a new chapter. But then, a shadow started to emerge. Whispers, subtle at first, began to circulate. Not in the usual places, not from the usual suspects, but from deeper within the company. Information, initially dismissed as mere speculation, started to gain an unsettling weight. These weren't just fan theories, these were internal discussions, strategic meetings, projections being laid out for the coming year. And at the heart of it all, one name kept resurfacing, a name that felt both inevitable and, for many, frustratingly familiar: Roman Reigns. Imagine the scene: a hushed office, late at night. Triple H, ever the strategist, poring over blueprints for WrestleMania 42. The boardroom is quiet, save for the rustle of papers and the low hum of fluorescent lights. He's looking at attendance numbers, merchandise sales, social media trends. He's envisioning the biggest possible main event, the one that guarantees maximum buy-in, maximum attention. And he keeps coming back to the biggest draw, the most undeniable star, the man who consistently delivers on the grandest stage. We're talking about a man who has consistently been the face of the company for years, a man whose presence guarantees a spectacle. The question isn't if, but how he makes his triumphant return to the top of the mountain. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: Roman Reigns' recent history. After his epic run, after defending the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against all comers, he took a step back. A well-deserved hiatus, some would say, to recharge, to spend time with his family, to perhaps even reinvent himself subtly. Fans wondered if he'd ever truly return to that absolute apex. Could he recapture that aura of invincibility? Could he still command the same level of attention and emotional investment? The general consensus was that a lengthy absence would perhaps pave the way for a triumphant, yet fresh, return. But a Royal Rumble victory? That implies a direct, undeniable shot back into the championship picture, potentially against a champion who has worked tirelessly in his absence. This leak, reportedly detailing Triple H's strategic vision, suggests a different path. It speaks to a deep-seated belief within WWE management that Roman Reigns, despite his time away, remains the absolute biggest needle mover in professional wrestling. It's a testament to his star power, his undeniable presence, and his ability to generate a reaction. Whether it's cheers or boos, he gets a reaction. And in the world of sports entertainment, that's gold. The document, from what we understand, lays out a meticulous plan for his return, culminating in a dominant performance at the 2026 Royal Rumble, eliminating several top stars to solidify his position once more. Let's talk about the implications. If Roman Reigns indeed wins the Royal Rumble, what does that mean for the other contenders? What about the rising stars who have been busting their backs, building momentum, yearning for that main event spotlight? Imagine a scenario where a Finn Balor, who has been consistently brilliant, gets to the Final Four, only to be tossed out by a returning tribal chief. Or a determined LA Knight riding a wave of unprecedented fan support, seeing his WrestleMania dreams shattered by the spear. The crowd reaction, whether in the arena or watching at home, would be electric. It would be a symphony of cheers and boos, a testament to Roman's ability to polarize and dominate. The leak suggests that Triple H sees this as the ultimate money match scenario. Roman Reigns, fresh from his break, reasserting his dominance, ready to challenge whoever holds the top title. And let's be honest, the potential matchups are tantalizing. Imagine Roman versus Gunther for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania. A clash of titans, two incredibly dominant forces, a pure wrestling clinic combined with an irresistible narrative of power versus power. Or what if it's Roman versus a heel Cody Rhodes, who perhaps finally snapped under the pressure of always chasing? The layers of storytelling, the emotional investment, would be off the charts. Triple H, the master booker, understands that these are the stories that sell tickets and move merchandise. But here's where the drama truly unfolds. This isn't just a simple booking decision, it's a statement. It's Triple H, reportedly, putting his stamp on the future, making a bold declaration that the face of the company, for the foreseeable future, remains Roman Reigns. This isn't to say there won't be challenges, there won't be roadblocks, but the path, as revealed by this leak, seems incredibly clear. The road to WrestleMania 42, it appears, goes directly through Roman Reigns. Think about the psychology of this. Roman Reigns, after achieving everything, after cementing his legacy, takes a step back. He doesn't need to prove anything anymore. Yet, the reported plan sees him return not as a benevolent elder statesman, but as a predator, hungry for more. It's a compelling narrative, a testament to his insatiable desire for greatness. And it's a narrative that Triple H, with his keen eye for character development, undoubtedly finds irresistible. The fan reaction to this news, once it inevitably makes its way through the wrestling universe, will be fascinating. There will be those who groan, who lament the same old story, who yearn for someone new to get the spotlight. They'll argue that it stifles creativity, that it prevents other deserving talents from reaching the top. And their arguments are valid. The desire for fresh faces is a natural part of any evolving fan base. But then there will be those who cheer, who celebrate the return of their tribal chief, who crave the stability and star power that Roman brings to the main event picture. They will relish in the controversy, in the drama, in the sheer magnitude of a Roman Reigns return to dominance. And that's precisely what Triple H, reportedly, is banking on. The division, the debate, the fervent discussion, it all generates buzz, it all translates into eyeballs, into engagement. Love him or hate him, you cannot ignore Roman Reigns. And a Royal Rumble victory, after a period of absence, would be the ultimate statement, a reassertion of his place at the very top of the mountain. This isn't just a leak about a winner, it's a leak about a philosophy, a vision for the future of WWE. What does this mean for the bloodline? If Roman returns and wins the Rumble, does that mean a reunification? Or will he carve a new path, a solo journey back to the top? The possibilities are endless, and that's the beauty of this. This leak doesn't just give us an answer, it ignites 1,000 new questions, each one more intriguing than the last. Will GUSO, now a main event player in his own right, stand aside for his tribal chief? Will Solo Sikoa once again pledge his unwavering loyalty? The narrative complexities here are astounding, and Triple H, the master storyteller, is seemingly pulling all the strings. Consider the potential swerves and red herrings leading up to the Rumble. WWE is notorious for throwing us off the scent, for making us believe one thing before delivering something entirely different. But the nature of this leak, reportedly coming from deep within the creative process, suggests a more concrete plan. It speaks to a long-term vision, a strategic play that has been meticulously crafted. This isn't just a last-minute decision, this is the foundation upon which the entire road to WrestleMania 42 is being built. So, as we stand on the precipice of what could be the most talked-about Royal Rumble in recent memory, remember this moment. Remember where you heard it first. The whispers have become roars, the speculation has solidified into a shocking revelation. Triple H, the architect, is reportedly orchestrating a symphony of destruction and dominance, with Roman Reigns as the maestro. The 2026 Royal Rumble, if this leak holds true, will not just be a battle for a championship shot, it will be the defiant return of a king, a declaration that the tribal chief is back, and he's coming for everything. This isn't just a wrestling story, it's a saga. It's about power, legacy, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. It's about a company making a bold statement about who they believe their undeniable star truly is. And love it or hate it, the consequences of this reported decision will ripple through the wrestling world for years to come. What do you think, Apocalypse faithful? Is this the right move? Does Roman Reigns deserve another Royal Rumble victory, another shot at the top after his incredible reign? Or are you craving a new face, a fresh champion to lead the charge into the future? The comments section is your battlefield, let your voices be heard. And as always, make sure you've smashed the like button into oblivion and hit subscribe so you don't miss a single earth-shattering update from Wrestling Apocalypse. The future of WWE is being written right now, and you're witnessing history unfold. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay loud, and never stop believing in the power of professional wrestling. This is Wrestling Apocalypse, signing off, for now.